I feel like the focus is starting to shift off of me. Maybe in editing you'll fix it.
My question is for Meghan. Meghan, besides holder of briefcase 24 on Deal or No Deal, what do you think your most impactful role was?
Hey, thanks for having us on the show.
It's so awesome to be here. It's great.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. I kind of took you out of your natural habitat. I'm surprised you're still breathing.
Yes, that's right, friend. You see, my wife and I
I'm totally like, you should write a book because your family like stupid and then so are like journalists.
You really need to stop thinking in terms of palaces. We have to get jobs. I have to start auditioning again.
Oh yes, you were on the very famous show Suits. More popular in the States than even Friends, you told us.
South Park roasted Meghan hard, making fun of her public life in a way that felt real and shocking. And it was clear they wanted laughs, but also to send a strong message with more heat still coming her way.
We want privacy! We want privacy!
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. I kind of took you out of your natural habitat. I'm surprised you're still breathing.
South Park mocked Meghan for being fake, with her staged photos and dramatic interviews showing her as more brand than real, and hinted that even worse takedowns were coming next.
It has been several months now since our beloved queen has died. All Canadians are finding it hard to go on. All Canadians, that is, except for our first guest, the prince and his wife.
It's so nice to have you back in London, Meghan. I've missed our little lunches.
We've never had lunch together, Kate.
Well, we must continue the tradition.
South Park brought back the whole We Want Privacy tour, showing Meghan and Harry shouting for privacy while chasing every camera, and it made them look silly and fake, like they want fame, not peace. And the jokes showed how their victim act feels more like a show than the truth, and the roast hinted even more truth. Bombs.
Hi, I'm Meghan Markle.
And I'm Harry. Harry.
And we're royally screwed. Andy, you gotta be kidding me. I've brought plenty of conflict to the show.
I'm sorry, Meghan. It's just not working out. All you talked about all season was your line of ketchup.
We're still coming. South Park even went after their Netflix show, mocking the dramatic shots and overdone moments, making it look fake and planned, like it was about fame, not truth. And instead of fixing Meghan's image, it made her look even more performative, and the roast only got harsher after that.
So let me start with you, Sam. You've lived a life with the royal family, you've had everything handed to you, but you say your life has been hard, and now you've written all about it in your new book, Where?
I'm sorry, I'm just really stressed. We're completely out of money.
Maybe it's time we dip into your fortune from Suits.
There is no fortune from Suits.
South Park showed Meghan's activism as fake and flashy, more about cameras than real change, and hinted that an even harsher dig was on the way.
Hey, thanks for having us on the show.
It's so awesome to be here. It's great.
I don't know what to do. How are we going to pay for school for Archie?
I have to tell you, I never realized so many things cost money. Like this chicken. I bet you had to pay for it.
South Park hit hard by mocking Meghan and Harry for clinging to their royal titles, while trashing the monarchy, showing how they want the perks but hate the system, and it was funny, awkward, and made their whole brand look fake before the show went after her new business.
She hates delete.
You need to knock it off, and you're hitting everyone with that table.
And please stop sending me samples.
I hear you, Andy. I'll amp it up. I'll smash a wine glass. I'll tell Kyle she has Munchausen syndrome. I'll accuse Dorit of doing coke.
South Park mocked Meghan's lifestyle brand by showing her selling silly, expensive stuff like fancy jam and fake empowerment products, making it look like she was pretending to be relatable while staying super elite. And the whole joke was that her brand felt more fake than real before they moved on. To roast Harry, too.
Yes, that's right, friend. You see, my wife and I
I'm totally like, you should write a book because your family like stupid and then so are like journalists.
Bravo fired me. Well, not really, but basically, they only offered me friend of the housewives for next season.
South Park dragged Harry too, showing him as a clueless sidekick, while Meghan ran the show, making her look like the boss pulling all the strings and turning him into just background noise. And the jokes made it clear most of the chaos points back to her, with even deeper digs still coming.
So you hate journalists?
That's right.
And now you wrote a book that reports on the lives of the royal family?
Right.
So you're a journalist?
Dad, do you have any cash for a cab? Oh, look. Grandma's on the money. I never noticed that before.
South Park took it further by mocking Meghan's whole identity, showing her as someone always playing a role, switching from victim to royal to influencer, just to fit the moment, and making it seem like nothing about her is real, just a PR act. And it left people questioning if they ever saw the real her, before hinting at even more drama. After the episode aired,
We just want to be normal people. All this attention is so hard. Isn't it true, sir, that your questionable wife has her own TV show and hangs out with celebrities and does fashion magazines? And you know what else? To hell with Canada! We are leaving! We'll go find some quiet place where we can be normal people! Come on, wife!
South Park released one of the harshest parodies of Meghan, and the whole world was waiting to see how she would react. But instead of clapping back or making any statement, she chose complete silence. And that silence was louder than words, because last time she was rumored to be super angry, even thinking of legal steps or PR moves. But now it felt like her team was in panic behind the scenes, trying to figure out what to do without making it worse. And the way South Park showed her character as nervous and obsessed with image made people think maybe she really was shaken this time, and the quiet response left everyone asking if she was trying to act unbothered or if the jokes hit too close to the truth. And the funny part is her silence just made fans and critics gossip more, while Hollywood's reaction only added fuel to the fire, making the whole thing even more awkward and dramatic.
We can be the people we talked about being, with no more worries about how we look or the image we project to people. What matters is what we have on the inside.
Hollywood going totally silent after South Park roasted Meghan was honestly louder than if they had spoken, because not one big star, not one influencer, and not one media outlet came forward to defend her this time. And that shocked everyone, since these were the same people who once filled their feeds with praise for her speeches, her resilience, and her brand. But now it felt like they didn't want to be anywhere near the drama, maybe because they knew it could backfire. And South Park was clever enough to poke fun at this too, by showing her surrounded with clueless yes men and fake friends who only clap when it's easy to do so, hinting at how loyalty in Hollywood vanishes the second things get uncomfortable, and that silence from the A-list crowd said more than words ever could. It looked like maybe the industry is finally tired of the chaos, or maybe they're just holding back, waiting for the next big trend to jump on. But either way, the message was crystal clear. The powerful support system she once leaned on wasn't there anymore, and while Hollywood zipped their lips, the public had plenty to say, and they were not holding back at all.
So all you'd have to do is Instagram yourselves using my ketchup. It'd be a huge help.
I see. Well, that's something we'll definitely think about.
Well, it's an apartment, so.
Yes, an apartment palace, I know that. Lots of tiny palaces inside one big palace.
The drama only grew bigger because while Hollywood kept its silence, the internet went in the complete opposite direction. And the moment the South Park episode aired, social media went absolutely crazy. Memes started popping up on every platform, and people couldn't stop sharing clips from the roast that went viral overnight. And the reaction was merciless. Some viewers were calling it the most real version of Meghan they had ever seen, while others were laughing that the writers didn't even need to exaggerate much, since the jokes felt so close to reality. Friends were tagging each other, people were making their own skits and even parodies of the parody, and every insult was being replayed and dissected like a guilty pleasure. It wasn't just about laughing anymore. It turned into a giant online takedown of Meghan, with people venting their frustration about her constant branding, her endless victim act, and the huge gap between what she says and what she does. South Park basically handed the internet a script, and they ran with it, turning comedy into a massive public vote on her credibility. And the more people laughed, the more serious the damage looked, because it wasn't only jokes anymore, it was the beginning of her media empire looking shaky and unstable, like the foundation was about to crack even more.
Thanks. Okay, see you later. Oh, would you pick up some milk? Why did you bring that with you again, Harry?
You know, in case someone wants a massage, I'll do a few out calls.
Things only spiraled further out of control once the episode was over, because the spotlight shifted straight onto the one thing that truly keeps Meghan's empire alive, her brand, all those luxury lifestyle deals, those podcast dreams and media tie-ups. Suddenly, they didn't look so shiny anymore. In fact, they looked fragile and exposed, because South Park didn't just embarrass her for laughs, they went for the foundation, tearing apart the image she's built by mocking her supposed authenticity, showing cracks in her storytelling and dragging her business ventures through satire that was so sharp it felt like it left scars. And the scary part is when millions of people laugh at that, sponsors and partners start getting nervous, because no company wants to invest in someone who is being seen as fake. And even her own fans started wondering if her empowerment message is really about change or just about selling an illusion. Rumors are already swirling that her team is scrambling behind the curtain curtain trying to find a new way to spin things, maybe even a full rebrand to patch up the damage. But the truth is, this blow might already be too deep to fix because South Park didn't just take down one project or one headline. They aimed right at the structure of her empire. And when your entire power is built on perception, even a cartoon can be more dangerous than a tabloid because it cracks the image in a way everyone can laugh at. And once the laughter spreads, it's almost impossible to rebuild the same shine again.
Who's that?
That's your nephew, Archie.
You're pulling my leg. Why have we not met before?
You've met him like 1,000 times.
The real bottom line here is that South Park didn't just make fun of Meghan for a few cheap laughs. They went step by step and pulled apart the castle. She has been trying to build around her brand, showing every weak spot, every contradiction, and every little exaggeration in a way that stung because it felt way too real. What made the roast so powerful was that they didn't even need to stretch the truth that much. They just held up a mirror, and what came back was messy enough to make the world laugh and cringe. At the same time, people couldn't stop sharing it, not only because it was hilarious, but because it exposed something deeper about how carefully manufactured her public image really is. And that's why it has rattled her so badly, because once people start questioning your authenticity, the shine begins to fade, whether you like her or can't stand the circus around her. The fact is, South Park hit a nerve that is still pulsing, and the scary thought for her team is that this might only be the beginning, because if one episode could shake her brand this much, just imagine the storm. If they decide to come back with another round of jokes, the fallout could be even louder and messier than anything we've seen yet.